So if you're like me and you just came across a couple of pages saying that the Democrat Party, the Three Musketeers, Hillary Clinton, who's a warmonger, the biggest one of them all, the most corrupt of them all, and Barack Obama, who's a smooth warmonger, and Chuck Schumer, are all coming on board to throw Joe Biden out before the election, and has threatened basically that if he fails the first debate with Donald Trump, they're going to remove him. So, it's not elected by the people at all. And tell me again how they are a democratic society, but yet they preach and they police the world. Interesting times, people. But here's the most important factor of them all. No matter who they put into the Democrat seat, and if the Democrats become the next party and the next president of the United States, I can tell you something right now, we will still be going to World War III. That's not a joke. Because Putin doesn't like anything to do with the Democrats, especially Hillary Clinton. And as we've seen the murders and the killings of other presidents and world leaders, Hillary Clinton has always had her dirty little hands in the cookie jar. So bunker down, people. We're living in interesting times. And like my last post about the Serbian president, that of course I am being silenced on TikTok, but he spells it out very clearly that if this isn't resolved, because no one's talking about peace, we will more than likely go to war before the elections in America. So bunker down, everyone. The times are getting interesting. But I'll guarantee you, Democrats get in, we are still going to war.
All right, let me ask you this. If, in fact, Joe, for whatever reason, Mark Penn went out, Tommy's convinced it would be Gavin Newsom. I'm not sure. I don't think it would be Gavin. That's just my guess. I have no inside knowledge except that he told me over and over and over and over again when I interviewed him and in the debate with Governor DeSantis that he wouldn't do it. Okay, so I think the most likely person, if it's not Vice President Harris, would be Governor Whitmer. That's my take. People have floated the name of Michelle Obama. I don't think she's up to the job myself. Who would be the most likely Democrat? Who would you pick if you had to choose somebody?
Well, again, you have to go through the history here. These delegates were nominated for this ticket. Harris, I think, would be the likely nominee if for some reason, any reason, Joe Biden had to remove himself.
The New York Post, through Cindy Adams, reporting today there is a plan to replace Joe Biden with Michelle Obama. What she says is reportedly, I'm being told, that Obama has pulled donors. This is Barack Obama for his wife, and that the plan is around May, Joe Biden announces he's not running. This will that allow the August convention for Michelle to get nominated at the August convention. That they don't want to do it any earlier than May because it would make Joe Biden a lame duck.
Well, we now have confirmation that, yes, President Biden will be replaced on the Democratic ticket before the November election. Congresswoman Luna confirmed to Fox News that this was the case.
currently what's coming out of the White House, that, you know, a lot of people realize that Joe Biden's likely not going to be the nominee, which is, from what we're hearing on Capitol Hill, Jesse, you know, Representative Kiley had reported that Kamala Harris actually eyeing a run for California governor because of it.
Right. That's the backup plan. So you are hearing also in D.C. that Joe Biden isn't going to be the Democrat nominee?
Correct. It appears that our colleagues are trying to put guardrails on a 2024 presidential election with President Trump.
So that's unbelievable. And then on the heels of that, the Daily Mail just about 4 hours ago reporting that, yes, this is going to happen, that Biden will be replaced on the ticket, and how Hillary Clinton, Obama, Pelosi, and Schumer are coming together and will topple the aging president when they do it. This is the plan that's been worked on.
So that's the group of Democratic kingmakers.
Exactly.
It's Pelosi, the Clintons, and Chuck Schumer.
And President Obama. And Obama. So the Daily Mail
They decide, guys, not us. Not the electorate.
So the Daily Mail has revealed that if Joe loses in the first debate with Trump, or if his polling numbers keep falling, like they have, it'll take a united front of liberal grandees to make Joe basically throw in the towel, according to the reports. The only people who would force him out would be Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer, according to the Daily Mail. It would have to be one of the four of them collectively. Mrs. Obama, who has no close personal feelings for the Bidens, according to one well-connected Democratic source, flat out ignored the invitation, will not be involved in it.
What?
Strategists theorize, according to the Daily Mail, that Democrats would have to hold a public event to symbolically transfer power from Biden to a new candidate. Absolutely, this would be the case. Like, you know, handing over the baton, basically. And arguably, I think this is really interesting. Nate Silver over at the 538 noted that Biden's average approval rating has reached a new low of 37.4%. And the number one concern among voters is his age, which Silver said was an extremely understandable concern, as Biden acts and looks his age is a huge outlier to ask for the job until he's 86 years old. That's a huge polling factor in this. But here's, I think, the really interesting piece of this is that Atlantic columnist Mark Leibovich basically says, and cruelly sort of stamped the president as Ruth Bader Biden, and basically saying that that's a reference, of course, to the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who angered a lot of liberals while Obama was president and didn't step down so that he could replace her. What they're saying is that this is his moment to not pull a Ruth Bader Ginsburg, that Biden should step down for the good of the party, hand it over to Gavin Newsom,